Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We are up in here. It's on the Shoulders of Giants live on this good Monday. Told y'all, you're going to see me a little more, so I decided to go live today and talk about this Spin That song, the topic and the controversy and everything that's going on around it. What's going on with India Ari. You have her comments. You have Trick Daddy disrespecting her. Trick Daddy Dollars disrespecting her. Luke had something to say. A lot of people got something to say. And I thought this discussion was great to go with what we've been reading every Monday in Blueprint for Black Power, especially in chapter 11 of Blueprint for Black Power. Because we're talking about the power of ideologies, the power of ideas, how people's thoughts and behaviors are shaped. And we know music, media period, but music is a great medium to use to help shape behavior, shape ideologies, shape talking points, shape how people exist, how they live. Because what we've learned in chapter 11 of Blueprint to Black Power is a lot of times what we think are our thoughts are not really our thoughts. It's what we've been taught to think. But of course, these are things that we need to learn. Some of us know it, a lot of us need to learn it. But this Spin That song is the quote unquote song of the summer. And India Ari is getting a lot of pushback from a lot of people for doing what she's been doing for the longest. Speaking out, giving her opinion, and letting us know that there's more to music, there's more to art, there's more to our culture that we can celebrate. There's more to it that we can give our attention to, that we can give our dollars to, rather than the things that are degenerate, rather than the music that is degrading to us. Now, let me not sit here and act like I'm a saint. So let me set that straight first. Let me not sit here and act like I'm a saint, like all my music I listen to is the greatest music in the world. I'm not saying that about me, so I'm not a saint. I'm not better than anybody else. My moral character, whatever, it ain't none of that stuff. I understand that there's music that we listen to that is fruitful to us, and there's music that we listen to that is destructive to us. Once again, I have indulged in my amount of destructive music. I still indulge in some destructive music, but I know what to promote and what not to promote. I understand what I'm consuming, and what I'm not going to do is go out and promote the debaucherous stuff to the kids. And that's the problem with this Spin That song. I literally just 5 minutes ago, I literally just saw a video of a mother welcoming her newborn to the world via that Spin That song. So she's sitting, whatever venue they are, she's sitting there, got a newborn in her arm, and the Spin That song is playing, and they vibing to it. So I'm here to defend India Ari. I don't care what nobody say. India Ari been speaking facts for the longest. She got a great point, and she's continuing to speak facts, and people want to push back and be disrespectful. So I like, all right, well, let's go ahead and break this down a different way. So before we get deep into it, I do want to welcome all my guests, all my people, all my chat, all my family. Kiki, how you doing? Rod C, how you doing? Renee, how you doing? Welcome everybody. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share, hit that hype button. Let people know we in here. Let people know you over here and what we got going on in this discussion, right? Why degenerate Black culture is celebrated. Why is degenerate Black culture celebrated, right? Because the Miss Sheila, how you doing? And shout out to Miss Sheila. Miss Sheila is one of the people in my community that I've definitely learned from and has helped me be able to give back to my community. So shout out to Miss Sheila Moore. She's a stalwart in our community. She's been giving a whole lot to this Tallahassee community for a whole long time. So Miss Sheila, my hat's off to you as always. I appreciate you. So we want to do something different today, right? We don't want to think like a fan. Kiki, yes, that vacation feel good. It feel good. So like I say, we're doing something different today. We're not thinking like a fan. We're not thinking like a critic. I want all of us to think about this as a sociologist. Look at this through the lens of a sociologist, right? Every song, all the media that we consume, it teaches us something different, right? So Dr. Amos Wilson is teaching us that ideology is the process by which societies teach people what is normal. So as we can see within the Black community, things that once were not the norms are now norms, right? The things that were not valuable are now valuable. Things that were not desirable are not desirable. Things that were not acceptable are acceptable. So today we're going to ask questions. Well, we're going to ask a lot of questions, but we got one main question about this song. What is this song teaching? Spin that song. Since everybody mad at India Irie for not even telling people to boycott the song, as they're saying, which is a false statement. And we're going to read her reply to that tweet. We're going to read that. We're going to see that. But she's just saying, let's think about what we're consuming. And so that's why we're here. What is this song teaching us? Because all the kids are singing this song. All the old folks are singing this song. One of the reasons we're here is because Young Miami got a standing ovation at the BET Awards. She came out to present, they played the song, and everybody stood up as if that is like the greatest song ever. And so now, talking about how ideas are shaped, how cultural norms are shaped or reshaped, right? Because it was a time where a song like that would not get that type of fanfare. Songs like this have always existed. That's not India Arie's argument. Her argument isn't that she doesn't like this song or that this song exists or that songs like this exist. It's how we gravitate to the songs. If we know the industries are behind creating garbage like this, why do we keep supporting it? Because we don't have to support it, even though you're gonna have some Black folk who sign up to do what they do. Everybody don't want it. Everybody ain't trying to win. So some people just out for themselves. So gonna have some Black folk who sign up to do that, and we don't have to consume it though. All right. So let's do this. For those of you who are not familiar with the song is Spin That. It's by the artist Young Miami. She from Florida, so this is a Florida issue. I keep telling y'all we crazy down here, so this is a Florida issue, but Young Miami, formerly of the City Girls. And so Jazz, her hit song, Spin That. So this is the lyrics, and I'm gonna do my best to be as clean as possible. So the chorus, Mr. Zoe, we need to spend a lot more time on literacy, a lot more time. So this is the chorus. Where all my scamming ass N-words at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, go in that go yard bag. Boosting bees. Where y'all at? Stuffing that in y'all bag. Just flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go in that go yard bag. Right? So, all my scammers, where you at? Spending that money fast, right? Promoting scamming. All the boosters, promoting stealing, promoting boosting, promoting scamming. Spin that, spin that, spin that, spin that, right? And then the actual, I guess the verse, like sometimes, you know, when I be looking at lyrics for the songs, for some of these songs, and I be hearing the lyrics, I often wonder how long it took some of these people to write this. Now, I doubt she wrote this, but this is very elementary. Now, this is a very elementary. This is not even for ESC students. Whatever level is lower than ESC, this is what's that. I don't even want to disrespect ESC students with this type of garbage. But this is the people who support things like this. Their morals and their values are very, very, very low. But it's like ABC elementary stuff. She said, I like a gangster AN making more than 10 figures. I'm a down AB riding with you in the splat. Only F with the hitters for his girl. He a tricker. Calling up his trap phone. PN where you at. Show me where you spend the block for your ops. Hanging out the drop screaming F the cops. What we doing in? Show me where your hood at. Where's your face card in? Where you good at? I don't know about y'all. That's some of the greatest lyrical content that I've ever heard in my life. That is greater than Nas. That is greater than Black Thought. That is greater than Rakim. That is the greatest lyrical compositions I've ever heard in my life. This is the lyrics, right? These are some of the lyrics, right? So once again, what is this song teaching? You have black folk from all age ranges praising this song, supporting this song. Once again, this song got a standing ovation at the BET Awards. Everybody who's supposed to be stand up, everybody who's supposed to be stand up black folk, you know, all the ones that we love, the good ones too. Everybody supporting this. A standing ovation at the BET Awards. And so it's different themes that go with this, right? Theme one is money equals love. One recurring message in the song is that spending money is portrayed as the primary way a man demonstrates his worth or affection, right? Dr. Wilson argues that ideology shapes what people come to value. If a culture repeatedly presents money as the chief measure of relationships, people may begin to judge themselves and others by wealth alone rather than integrity, responsibility, or mutual respect. And this great composition of lyricism is teaching that, right? Tune in Wednesday 7 p.m. right here on this channel, Wednesday 7 p.m. for our Wednesday breakdown, because the discussion we're going to be having is centering on that, because it's going to be a bit of a continuation of this. And remember, and I want to set this clear, this song is in my opinion, one of the reasons why this song is so accepted, because the culture already embraces things like this. Things like this have already been prominent in Black American culture for a while. We've been talking about it. Me, Pat, and PC been talking about it forever, right? So we go back and look at a lot of the videos that's on social media from the past since like 2020, where you hear the Black women, the Black females, because the Black women don't act like this. So we make a distinction. Make a distinction, but the Black females who support this stuff, they always say they want scammers, drug dealers, hustlers, and these are the women and the people who look down on the 9-to-5 culture. These are the things that we've been arguing. These are the things that India Ari has been arguing forever. This is not new, but people are taking it the wrong way, or they're purposely twisting it because they support the debauchery, and India Ari calling it out is making them feel some type of way because they want to continue to support the debauchery. The second theme of this song is the transactional relationship. The song presents relationships largely as exchanges in which money, gifts, and status are central. You can acknowledge that transactional relationships have existed throughout history, while asking whether popular culture should normalize them as the idea, because it has become normal. How you doing, Elizabeth? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Transactional relationships are the norm. Wait till the Wednesday breakdown. I'm telling you, when y'all tune in for the Wednesday breakdown, you're gonna see. Another thing that this song is promoting is materialism. Luxury goods, expensive purchases, and visible wealth are treated as symbols of success. If the white man got it, then I got to have it too. If all those people got to have it, I got to have it too, because we have to emulate the oppressor. We have to emulate the people who we look up to. Because this is self-hate at its finest, right? When we talk about how we view ourselves, our level of esteem, you know what Dr. Joy DeGruy talks about, the vacant esteem. This is a great example. Basically, everything that I'm going to show you is proven, that we're going to see on this live stream today. Everything we're going to see is proven India Irie's point. All right, watch this, because this what I'm about to show you is before this song, right? This is before the Spin That song. This is the young lady.
Princess Wave, did my split, got back up, and I tried to reach for my diploma, and I didn't get it. And I was confused at first. I thought they mixed up my name, attending Georgia State University this fall. Yes, I gave many warnings. I told my friends, family, and I told my peers.
This is before the Spin That song come out. This is the young lady going across the graduation stage, deciding to pop all her stuff out in front of everybody. Across the graduation stage, in an academic setting, supposed to be educated. This stuff was already a part of the culture. It was already promoted in the culture. It had already become a norm in the culture. That's one of the reasons why the song is doing what it's doing. Of course, we know the industry is pushing it, but the people have already brought into this debaucherous culture. So spin that. Spin it. And at the same time, watch how stuff keep getting worse for us. Right? So the fourth theme is scamming and illicit wealth. Public commentary surrounding the song has highlighted references that celebrated scammers or illicit ways of obtaining money. And remember that the mother and daughter duo, not too just week before last, that just got locked up for boosting. And of course, growing up in Black culture, we all know boosters. So we all know this has been a part of the culture. But it's become normalized now. It's become celebrated. It's become promoted. And this song is helping it. Say, breakaway culture bound by strong covenants amongst the people. All others are embraced but excluded from the final design. Hey, Mr. Zoe, I ain't mad at you, Mr. Zoe. I agree with you, and I ain't mad at you. Well, see, Young Miami is one of their role models, and that's the problem, Renee. Young Miami is one of the role models. The Instagram models are the role models. The new influencers are their role models. The people that they see on social media who are either doing good or who they think are doing good, the image of doing good, that's who they want to be like. I remember looking at a statistic not too long ago. It was talking about the number of 18-year-old girls who want to get on OnlyFans and do porn and do flicks and be in the industry and be a flick star. 18-year-old girls aspiring to show their bodies for a living at the age of 18. When I was 8, people were still scared to hunch when I was 18. I mean, of course, you had some people who was out there getting it, but for the most part, people were scared to hunch when I was 18. The parents out there hunching with them, Renee. The parents are out there hunching with them. I've been saying it for the longest. The adults have been messing it up for the kids for a long time. My brother DSB, I appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to be a member of this channel. Continue to support this channel, my brother. I always appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Big round of applause for my brother DSB. You know how we do it over here. It says, please remember and know the system pushes this. Yes. And so that's why I'm saying the system is always pushing it, but the culture was prepared to accept this debauchery. The system pushed it on one end while I make sure they socially engineering us on the other end. The power of the ideas, the social norms, everything being shaped, right? So if children repeatedly hear getting money by any means earns admiration, what message do they absorb, right? Get money by any means, and getting money by any means will give you adoration. It will give you status. It will make you somebody. Another thing this song is teaching is hypersexualization. The song includes explicit sexual themes. When sexuality becomes the primary source of identity or influence in entertainment, what other qualities receive less attention? And just go anywhere on social media, you'll see men and women arguing about why money isn't the most valuable thing in relationships. Another theme is celebrity influence. Children often imitate celebrities because celebrities occupy a high visibility place in culture. Once again, who are they looking up to? What we call the city girls, Young Miami, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, all of them, same that the dudes are looking up to. And let me be clear too, because a lot of people are saying that India Ari is only going at my Young Miami because she's jealous. That's one of the things ignorant old Trick Daddy was saying. India Ari has been speaking out against debaucherous black music and black culture for the longest, whether it's male or female. And I understand why people are trying to twist this, because they don't want to deal with the truth. When you don't want to deal with the truth, you will never build, you'll never grow, you'll never get better. You're always going to stay and you're going to get worse. You're going to stay where you at or get worse. So let me do this. This is what started a lot of the media frenzy. Miss MJ Toledo tweeted, and once again, Miss MJ Toledo initially tweeted or X'd out, whatever you want to call it, I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami's song Spin That. I believe it's degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power music has over our perception and the values it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer. Now, we've seen, and you can see the response, it was minimal response on Twitter, but the right response, because India Ari, her comment, and for those of us who can read and can comprehend and understand like nuances and all the other things, India Ari is saying, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much because I finally learned that nobody cares with a capital C, and explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, you all. So people took what India Ari said and ran with it. And like India Ari is hating on Young Miami, and India Ari, she just mad and she'll pick me and all these other things, and she don't like the song and all. Yeah, of course she don't like the song. Anybody with a brain that's functional don't like this song. Every time I listen to this song, I get diarrhea. This song is for people who don't bathe their private parts daily. This song for people who put their mouth on people's private parts that don't bathe their private parts. This song for people who bite batteries and drink toilet water. This song ain't for people who got self-respect. This song ain't for people who love themselves. This song is for people who wake up in the morning and choose to be stupid. That's who this song is for. This song represents the worst parts of black culture that has been uplifted, that has been normalized, right? Instead of having a theme or portraying success in a healthy manner, because remember, we got to have healthy people who exist in healthy ways to put out healthy messages, right? Instead of success in a healthy way, it's an idea of visible spending. Forget building wealth in institutions, because we keep complaining about what we don't have and all these things here. But forget building wealth in institutions. We should concentrate on getting these go-yard bags and boosting and scamming. Forget healthy relationships. Forget real black love. Because nowadays, the idea of real black love is how much money you gonna spend on me. How much money can I spend on you, or how much money you gonna spend on me? Forget mutual respect and commitment. Everybody want real love, but nobody want to be real. Your role model drank toilet water, and you want real results out of life. We got to be real. We got to wake up. This is delusional, right? So, Dr. Amos Wilson, India Ari, myself, a lot of us, we're not asking people to fear music or even boycott. We're saying that to become conscious consumers of ideas, become conscious consumers of ideas, understand how ideas shape everything around you. They shape the physical reality around you. Every culture teaches its people what to honor, what to imitate, and what to reject. If we want different outcomes, but as India Ari is saying, people don't want different outcomes. But for those of us, I think the masses of us don't want different outcomes. But for those of us who do want different outcomes, we have to think carefully about what we are rewarding. Not only as listeners, but as parents, educators, artists, consumers, and community members. What are we consuming? What are we promoting? The children know this song. The children understand this better than they know their own name, or even can read. Like we have an illiteracy problem, and this is the song of the summer. It's for illiterate people. The young girl who got up in front of the world and told everybody she liked to be peed on has the song of the summer. The city girls have been promoting trash and this type of stuff forever. India Ari, before we knew what a city girl was, India Ari was preaching the same message she preached. Be conscious about what you are taking in. Be conscious about what you support. Be conscious about the effects of it. How does it affect the kids? Everybody mad at the kids, but you want to teach the kids to be stupid. You want to promote the stuff that teach the kids to be stupid. All right. Battle Genja, what's going on, my brother? Will, what's going on, my brother? Man Terror, how you doing, my brother? How y'all? Welcome, man. We talking about this spitting that debate. We got people trying to jump down India Ari's throat and jump on her head because she's speaking sense. So let me show you this. This is an example.
Okay, so India Ari made a very valid point, but
Shakara, what's going on?
What does it do? Like, let's be real for a second. It's gonna get raunchier. It's gonna get vulgar. I feel like with each year, everybody tries to outperform the next with who can really go there in a song. It's gonna keep happening. And honestly, it's a song. It's not a good positive message, but it's bound to happen because everybody named Mama and Baby has a phone and everybody's going to hear it. And unfortunately, it's just not going to stop the way we want it to stop because it just keeps happening. Two things could be true at once, but what good is the message now, you know?
So basically just lie down and roll over. Basically, that's what she's saying. Just let me put her back up here. Wait a sec.
Okay, so
I ain't gonna let her talk, but I'm gonna put her back up here. So basically just lie down and roll over. Parents don't have to let their kids listen to this song. So what happened to the days where parents would screen what their kids indulge in. My parents did it. A lot of parents are still doing it. Y'all parents did it. So you mean tell me, so as adults, because it exists, we should just let our kids so OnlyFans exists. So should we just sit our kids down and just let them watch OnlyFans because it exists? So what happened to parents being parents? What happened to adults being adults? I get the song exists. We're not gonna stop the song from existing. But going back to what India Arie's point is, and why you keep, once again, she's making India Arie's point. She's making the point. You don't care anymore. People don't care so much that like her. Let's just lie down and roll over and just let it happen. Because it's gonna happen anyway. So just let it happen. Because if you just let it happen, I mean, because it's like she's saying, it's gonna get worse anyway. So if these are the parents, what do we really expect for the children? Right? If these are the parents, what are we expecting from these kids? Why should the children be better? Why should the children gravitate toward more positive music? Why should the children care about themselves? Why should the children love themselves? Why should the children have self-esteem? Why? If these are the parents, if these are the adults who are teaching the kids, what's the purpose of children actually aspiring to be something positive? We should expect our children to go to jail. We should expect our children to be dead if this is the mindset of the parents. We should expect our culture to continue to get worse. Basically, what she's saying is just let it get worse, because it's gonna get worse anyway, and there's nothing that we can do about it as adults. So we should just let it happen. How about being a better adult? How about you actually listening to what India Arie is saying and has been saying, and actually apply some of it? But it goes back to the power of ideas, the power of social engineering, the power of shaping how people think, walk, talk, behave, exist, interact with each other, see themselves, see each other, all of that. So let me put you up on this. And Battle Genja, I got what you sent me. I appreciate that. Freedom is truth. How you doing? Y'all, my homegirl Shakara Jenkins in the building. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm gonna read you a little bit, because this is my book reading day. But let me read you a little bit from Blueprint to Black Power, page 230. So the ideological processes of African-centered oppression. The foregoing discussion only hints at the socio-political construction of power of the white-owned and controlled media establishment system, a system founded on political and economic oppression and exploitation of the masses in general and of the African peoples in particular. In the aftermath of that discussion, we need not harbor the need for an aggressive Black-owned and controlled countercultural media information network. However, to counter the prejudicistic white media establishment, the Black Media Information Network must be supported and financed by Black-owned businesses, which in turn must primarily support Black customers. The Black press today is not a free and powerful press because it lacks these necessary supporting pillars. Therefore, successful and wealthy Black media become, meaning the more they are financed by white-owned corporate advertising, the less free and weaker they become. Fear of incurring the disapproval of their white advertisers effectively prevents them from providing their audiences with truthful, critically astute, and informative analysis of the nature of white domination. Forget their providing a detailed political, scientific, political, economic, socio-scientific, historical, cultural education to the audiences, and education which would revolutionize their consciousness and prescribe the practical means for overthrowing their oppressors and exploiters. The media fears becoming the focal establishment for politically, socially, and economically organizing a truly nationalistic Black American community. So this is not even just talking about the white media. It's talking about Black media as well, because the culture is in a bad place. We've been saying it for a while. I've been saying it for a while. Let me get her off my screen. We've been saying it for a while, and I've been saying it for a while. We've been talking about it for a while. We do have Black media outlets, but the Black media outlets that we have largely are worse than the white media outlets. Remember, the standing ovation for the song was at the BET Awards. Of course, we know that Black folk don't own BET no more. But that's the point. Black folk don't own BET no more. But on the other hand, when we do own our media, the media that is Black owned is celebrating it too. There's no counter messages. Black media, for the large part, especially most of the media that Black people are consuming, aren't coming with counter messages, with uplifting messages, with positive messages. They're riding the same degenerate wave because it pays. Let's talk about the scammers. Let's talk about the boosters. Let's talk about the relationships. Let's talk about all the crazy stuff in the Black community, right? So let's talk about all of that. And then it gets promoted through the media outlets, because that's the primary means and the primary way that a lot of these young people, especially, but people period, are communicating. Like, real relationships not even being created, like real healthy relationships in real life not even being created. People are living their lives through the media, but also people are getting their news, their messages, their information. People really think that they are educated because they follow such and such and such random person on TikTok and just repeat what random person said. It's crazy. That's why we're here. We're here where we are for a specific reason. Once again, let me show you. Let's put up India Irie's the tweet and the response that started a lot of this, because Miss MJ Tedler, her tweet was after the BET Awards. And this is India Irie's response. Libby Lou, what's going on? Nemesis X, what's going on? Brian Jefferson, how y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Freedom is the truth. How you doing? Welcome. Man, it's wild out here in these streets. The record execs determine what goes into the albums and what hits get. Yeah, no, you're right. And remember, we did a live stream not too long ago with, I forgot the guy's name, but he was talking about how record execs can snap their fingers and make something to hit. So on one end, we got that. They can make a number one song, a number one song if they want to be a number one song. But then we consume it. We hop on it and we make it our anthem. Spin that. They're saying it's the song of the summer. Wow. You see what India Irie actually said in her tweet. Yeah, Tubi could have, man. Tubi's the content that I see on Tubi is so disappointing. It's literally, if you go to Tubi and you want to watch Black movies, it's struggling Black love, Black pimping, Black drug dealing, Black hustling, Black people in the projects, Black people being buffoons. And you'll find a little bit of good content in there, but a lot of the platforms and things that, and the mediums that Black people use to create our own media is reproducing the same debauchery stuff that we say we don't like that the white people do. Anything negative will be a number one song. But remember, this song isn't something that's coming out that's over. Well, so it's not 100% just going to promote, just going to influence these people to do this, because people were already doing the stuff that the song was promoting. The scamming, the boosting, the tricking, the stealing, all this stuff. The culture was already promoting that. Black people were already promoting debauchery, promoting stealing, promoting disrespecting each other. Like, I'm gonna do you wrong. The police is watching Libby. So y'all remember that the mother and daughter that just got arrested not too long ago for boosting and stealing? The mother and daughter, like it's been a few people who's been arrested not too long. But once again, the culture of the debaucherous culture. I mean, let me just show it once again, because this was at a graduation. This was at a graduation before this song came out, right? Hold on, let me remove this. Oh, let me get it right. There we go. All right, moving slow, but here we are. This young lady walking across the stage, popping her stuff in front of everybody at the graduation. This was before this song came out. Black people promoting boosting, promoting prostitution, promoting stealing, promoting escorting, promoting OnlyFans, promoting the worst aspects of Black life. It's already became the norm when before this song came out, and that's the problem, that it became the norm. Now, let's take this to a whole nother level. Trick Daddy decided to insert himself into the conversation. Trick Daddy Dollars. The man who known for going on record saying he eat booty and do a whole bunch of debauchery stuff. The man, remember, like, let me give y'all a foundation of Trick Daddy, right? And this is not what I made up or believe. This is what he said out of his own mouth. First of all, I expect Trick Daddy to be ignorant. His name is Trick Daddy Dollars. That's not the name of somebody who got sense. Trick Daddy Dollars. All right, first of all. Second of all, he said he named himself Trick Daddy Dollars because his father was a pimp and his mother was a prostitute. His father was a pimp, or his father was a trick. His father was tricking his mother out. So that's how he got the name Trick Daddy Dollars, because his daddy was tricking his mother out. So he come from a household in a culture of his father was a pimp and his mother was a prostitute. I think he grew up in Liberty City, Florida, I believe. But Trick Daddy is what we would call an old ass nigga. I wouldn't even call him a Trick Daddy. Has severe arrested development. Trick Daddy has not grown up. He just ain't died yet. He just have not died today. I mean, they have not died yet, right? He's not an elder. He's not wise. Remember, he's gone on record letting people know he smoked crack. He do a whole bunch of debauchery stuff, and he support debauchery stuff. So the man whose father was a pimp, his mother was a prostitute, and he grew up in an environment where lawlessness and low self-esteem, low vibrational, destructive behavior was the norm. Because remember, we had pockets where this stuff was the norm. Now the culture has embraced it. Where all my scammers at? So yeah, Trick Daddy is an entire fool, and Trick Daddy is a disgrace to the state of Florida. Oh yeah, nah, Brian, I do not disagree with you, but we still have to do something to right the ship, and we ain't doing it. And a large part is people don't care. People do not care. So could y'all do me a favor real quick though? If you have not hit that like button, please hit that like button so we can make sure we get this channel, we get this content out into the algorithm. Big shout out to everybody on Facebook. Big shout out to everybody on Instagram. All right. But hit that like button, make sure more people can see this, and make sure you hit that hype button as well. Man, Tara, how you doing, my brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is India Ari. Well, the first part is India Ari. She was getting so much backlash that she had to put out a statement. And then we're going to see Trick Daddy's statement. And trigger warning, Trick Daddy's statement is vile. He's stupid.
But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy.
Hold on. It's moving slow. Yeah, and I hear you. I hear you all say none of this is culture. I'll say it until the entire black world gets it. Culture is positive. This isn't black culture. It's negative. Well, it's negative black culture. I mean, it's not positive. I agree. It's not positive culture, but it is negative. It's not the culture that supports us. It's negative culture. But it is culture though, but it's just negative. Unfortunately. But this is India Ari's video response, and then Trick Daddy gonna say what he say.
Being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song, but either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is else. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott. My comment is tantamount to everybody doesn't want the same thing. And there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice. And I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world. Longer story for another time, but I've seen it, so I know. And I'm telling you what it is, but you enjoy if that's what you want to do.
I deleted the last live.
So before Ignorant get into it, she just saying, look, just once again, I ain't telling you what to do. I ain't telling you how to live. I'm saying you can make better choices. We can make better choices than what we consume. Well, you are right, Nemesis. That's the narrative is India is hating. The narrative is India is hating. Once again, the debauchery has already become a norm. The degrading behavior has already become a norm. The culture of boosting, the culture of stealing, the culture of drug dealing, culture of drug using, the culture of prostitution, the culture of family, not having families intact, just making babies. The culture of crime has become a norm. It's normal now. But you hear what India Ari is saying. We can make better choices. We can think about what we consume. We don't have to just go along to get along. Now, Blueprint to Black Power, page 232. The disuniting of American radio and television programs, academic struggles over curricula of inclusion, Afrocentric curricula, and the like will quickly convince us that the ruling establishment and its cohorts are mounting a comprehensive campaign against the Afrocentric movement. That is coordinated offensive makes use of every possible weapon of the Eurocentric propaganda armamentation, indicates just how dependent the white power elite is on the indoctrination of the African masses by Eurocentric ideology. And more important, its indoctrination by self-alienating, self-defeating, self-destructive, self-subordinating ideologies, attitudes, social relations, and behavioral orientations. Any Afrocentric ideology would successfully induces African people to shared Eurocentric ideologies, attitudes, relations, and orientations will at once and the same time induce them to shed themselves of their subordination to white supremacy. In addition, this revolutionary ideology would empower African people to overthrow their European masters and non-European exploiters and to enjoy the bounty of their own labor, lands, resources, and humanity. To these ends, the white male ruling elite and the white nations are opposed. For them, African liberation, independence, and prosperity is a zero-sum solution, i.e. the real African gains adds up to European losses. So the better we see ourselves, the more we respect ourselves, the more we love ourselves, the more we have healthy relationships, the more we reject negative messages, the more of a threat we are. Like what Dr. Wilson is saying, the more we value ourselves, the more we're a threat to the system of white supremacy. The more we love ourselves, the more we're a threat to the system of white supremacy. The more we are conscious about what we consume, the less messages like this can become cultural phenomena, can become things that the whole culture embraces. We're never saying that things like this are just not going to exist. But what it's saying is for the masses of the culture to accept it as normal is where the problem is. That's where it is for the masses of people to accept it. Now, trigger warning, but let's listen to the scholarship of the highly intelligent, the scholar Trick Daddy Dollars. This is Trick Daddy's response to India Irie, just telling us to make better choices.
And I asked him, okay, shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the world, not just the country, the hottest record in the world. They singing this in China, in Russia, Ethiopia. Got shout out to Young Miami, one of the baddest, finest little shit in the game right now. You bad body old, not one giving how you feel about this young girl and her song. All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young black female that's doing something positive, that's in her bag right now. You talked about her bag when she put out certain singles. You talked about her over and over again with situations with who the nigga she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad breath smell. I know you mad. I know you hoes is mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking these clubs each and every night, these appearances, these hosts. She dropping her hottest single out there. You know, Miami, you better not let these old raglan deter nothing you trying to do. That's why I don't old bitch. That's why I would not want the old bitch the game to pass you by. You still stuck in the mother in the 60s. I don't want no old gray hairs on the. Let me explain something to you. I got my LLC and my credit score 800. Stick your 800 credit score up your and your LLC ain't making no motherfucking money. It ain't for everybody. If you don't like it, turn off your radio, close and cancel your subscription. They do not want to be old and miserable like you for the rest of their life. They want to smoke a hookah, hit them a joint, take them a shot of Don Julio or Patron. They want to get flued out. They want to put that shit on and get real good. You dumb, ignorant. On behalf of Young Miami, kiss every in Miami.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man.
All right, so that's the ignorance of Trick Daddy. Didn't even really. First of all, India already told us to make better choices in the music we consume. The same message she been having for music for the longest. The same message she been having for the longest. Her message hasn't changed. This is nothing new for NDRE. NDRE has been telling us to respect ourselves better for the longest. Make better music choices for the longest. Make sure that we consume better music. We all know it's going to exist. We know it's going to exist, but we don't have to continuously consume it like we're doing. And it doesn't have to become the cultural norm. But same message that NDRE been having for the past 20-something years. It's nothing new. It's nothing new from NDRE, but it's a problem. First of all, he didn't even have an intelligent point. He didn't have a rational point. He didn't even deal with what she was saying. She was saying she didn't tell you not to listen to the song. She didn't tell you not to support. All she's saying is you can do what you want to do, but we can make better choices. If this stuff has become the norm in our culture, if this is the norm of how we behave, if this has become the norm of what we accept as positive Black culture or just Black culture in general, we got a problem. We got a problem. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. This is ignorant. His response was way out of bounds. And to disrespect NDRE and call her out her name. And then, I mean, we could be here all day insulting Trick Daddy. We could be here all day insulting his looks, insulting all this other stuff. Trick Daddy is a 50-year-old teenager. He hasn't grown up. But I expect him to behave like this because it's Trick Daddy, who are old ass teenager who haven't grown up. Because if the lens is, oh, you just hating on Young Miami, she didn't tell you not. She didn't call Young Miami's name. She didn't say nothing. All she said, make better choice. You would think the person who actually said boycott the song would actually get more backlash to NDRE. Think about that. Think about that. The young lady who actually put the tweet up, the young lady who actually dropped the tweet, it's not getting the backlash that NDRE is getting. All right. Here's the tweet. I spent my entire adult life caring way too much. Once again, this ain't new because I finally learned that nobody cares with a capital C, and explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, COE is going to influence you, so make wise choices. This is all she said. So her saying this warrants her getting cussed out? For real? This warrants her getting the tongue lashing that Trick Daddy gave. But if you don't have an intelligent thought, of course that's how he gonna come at her. But look at the first tweet. She the one said she calling for the boycott. Look at this is what she said, and she's not getting the backlash that NDRE is. NDRE's name is getting drugged through the mud. Make it make sense. I just want somebody to make it make sense. How does this get that type of backlash? How does NDRE get disrespected for telling people to make wise choices, but we defend Young Miami for telling people to go be boosters and all that? And remember, NDRE isn't pointing at this song. She's been talking about the culture for the longest. She's been pointing out that the debaucherous behavior in Black music culture and Black culture for the longest. This is just the latest installment into what NDRE has been always saying. Are we serious, Black people? Are we serious? So we're gonna compartmentalize? Really? That's what we're doing? Yes, that's what we're doing, because that's where the culture is. That's where the community is. That's where Black people are. Of course, that's why, going back to what I was saying earlier, that's why this song is as accepted and as popular as it is. because this is where the culture is. This is where people's heads is. This is where people's hearts is. This is what the idea is. This is how we've been conditioned. Social engineering at its finest. Yeah, Felicia Rashad, she got backlash. Anytime, matter of fact, anytime anytime we've seen black, because you know, black men get shut down. But anytime we've seen black women speak out about the debaucherous aspects of black culture, especially in the last 4 or 5, maybe 10 years, they've been getting drugged through the mud. Because the black folk who care about ourselves, the black folk who love ourselves, the black folk who have self-esteem, we are the minorities. We have to admit that we are the minorities.
Back, another edition of Urban Politics.
And shout out to Urban Politics, dude, for his video. And the link to this video is in the description. But just going back, listen to what she said.
Being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song. But either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is going to make anybody want anything better for themselves. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott. My comment is tantamount to everybody doesn't want the same thing. And there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice. And I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world. Longer story for another time, but I've seen it, so I know, and I'm telling you what it is, but you enjoy if that's what you want to do.
I deleted the last live.
So that warrants her being disrespected and cussed out. Lord forbid somebody want the best for us. Lord forbid somebody want us to be better. How dare India Ari actually want to see the best of black people? How dare her? She should be ashamed of herself. She should go crawl into a hole and never come out for trying to give a positive message and make sure we actually love ourselves and care about ourselves and be conscious about the messages that we intake. And remember, if you support, for those who support the song, the culture that supports the song, Trick Daddy, anybody else, don't complain about the results of the cultural decline. You can't complain. You are a part of it, and you are asking for it. So when these little kids come and scam you, when you get scammed by people, don't get mad. When people steal from you, don't get mad. When people whatever happened in the relationship and it don't go right, don't get mad. This is the stuff that you are promoting. Listen to this fool one more time. This is a scholar. This is because this is the type of message that our community needs.
And I had some more. Shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the world, not just the country, the hottest record in the world. They singing this in China, in Russia, Ethiopia. Got shout out to Young Miami, one of the baddest, finest little in the game right now. You bad body old, not one giving how you feel about this young girl and her song. All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young black female that's doing something positive, that's in her bag.
What's positive about what she's doing? She can get her money. Nobody's telling her not to get her money, but let's not act like what she's doing is positive. It's having a negative impact on what you know. Excuse me. What India Ari doing is negative. I forgot. Look at me trying to have some logic and sense. Excuse me. What India Ari is saying is negative, and what Young Miami is saying is positive, and what Trick Daddy is saying is reinforcing the new, because this is the new norm. This is the new positivity. Excuse me, my fault.
Right now, you talked about her bad when she put out certain singles. You talked about her over and over again with situations with who the nigga she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad breath smell. I know you. I know you mad. I know you hoes is mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking these clubs each and every night, these appearances, these hosts. She dropping her hottest single out there. Young Miami, you better not let these old raglan deter nothing you trying to do. That's why I don't old bitch. That's why I would not want you old bitch the game to pass you by. You still stuck in the mother in the 60s. I don't want no old gray hairs on the. Let me explain something. Tell a minute. I got my LLC and my credit score 800. Stick your 800 credit score up your and your LLC ain't making no motherfucking money. Stick 8 for everybody. If you don't like it, turn off your radio, close and cancel your subscription. They do not want to be old and miserable like you for the rest of their life. They want to smoke a hookah, hit them a joint, take them a shot of Don Julio or Patron. They want to get flued out. They want to get.
I'm just saying, hey, if this is the stuff that they promoting, for those of us who got sense, we got to protect ourselves. I ain't gonna let him talk no more, but those of us who got sense, we got to protect ourselves. Because everybody ain't gonna make it. Everybody don't want it, right? Blueprint to Black Power, page 234. The black media, white media in blackface. The black media, white media in blackface. The most popular black media productions, examples are Ebony Magazine, Black Enterprise, Essence, Upscale, and other similar magazines. The black radio stations and television programs which feature black-oriented formats have in large measure been victimized by their very success. For such success depended on white elite financing and underwritten by white elite advertisement revenues has made successful black media extremely sensitive to Afrocentric ideology and even circumspect about radical, chic, black-oriented ideology, i.e. ideology emphasizing black identity and culture that is a bit critical of Eurocentrism, a bit left of center in its social and economic value orientations, but still within acceptable white liberal conversational domains. On the whole, the black media are essentially a patriarchal establishment lacking vision and courage, craving white media acceptance and recognition, specializing in racial ego massage, consumerism, complaints, and victimization. They are relatively low educational value and provide little worth while leadership for the African American community. They have dark intentions of their white counterparts, which set their reactionary agendas, news stories, editorials, and features, even though Afrocentrism is phenomenally increasing in the African American community and in popular culture, i.e. the rap music and popularity of Afrocentric t-shirt or Afrocentric personal dress and adornments, the demand for Afrocentric and Afrocentric oriented multicultural education in the Afrocentric community, etc., etc. This book is talking about what we're talking about right now. This book was published in 1998. Blueprint for Black Power was published in 1998, and this message is still relevant to today. What we're learning about the media is still relevant today. Yes, the root of the problem is white supremacy. That is the root of the problem. But the other side of the coin is we've taken the ball and ran with it, and we keep scoring as far as the negative aspects of it. The coach of the white supremacy team keep giving us the ball, and we keep scoring for them. The root of it is there, but we have to deal with the root. We keep trying to attack the symptoms. We see the symptoms, and we are we are victims of the symptoms as well, the root and the symptoms. But as long as we focus on the symptoms and not the root, we're gonna have issues. Now, we have to understand that we have to do something different. We have to reprogram ourselves. We have to move forward in a different way. We have to re-engineer our culture, or just say the hell with it and separate. But we got to come together and do something different. I know that. So this next video is from the Hype News YouTube channel, and a video link to this video is in the description, because this apparently is Young Miami's response to India Ari.
Coverage on India Ari speaking against the popularity of Young Miami's Spin That Hit. Young Miami herself looks to have finally responded back with her thoughts about Ari's comments and any backlash people have about the song. On Wednesday, the rapper would reshare a post directly responding to India Ari, dissing her song's success. The post would go on to say, "Enough. There have been so many more successful songs about murder, the disrespect of women."
Once again, people are being, and I think the lack of literacy and comprehension in our community is hurting people not really understand what's going on. Whoever Baby D is, I don't know who Baby D is, but Baby D can jump off a bridge too, right? Saying enough, there have been so many more successful songs about murder, the disrespect of women, drug use, dealing, etc. But Carisha's song about checks, notes, stealing from what you can infer to be major corporations at that, and tricking is the problem without that response is she should, whoever Baby D is, she has to drink toilet water and she need to walk around with a helmet on too. Only a fool would tweet that, will put that out in public and think she's saying something. First of all, India Ari is telling us to look at the culture as a whole. She's not singling out one song. She's letting you know that the song is another installment in the debaucherous nature and the debaucherous normalization of degenerate black culture. It's another installment into it. If you are listening to what India Ari is saying in black, she hating on Young Miami. Comprehension may not be your best thing. She's been giving the same messages for a long time, and you are centering on one song, and she's talking about a culture. But if you can't comprehend regular sentences, I mean, of course, you got a literacy issue, but this is ignorant. There have been so many more songs, successful songs, and she has been, and India Ari has spoken about all of that. She's spoken out against it. She said, but Carisha's song about checks, notes, stealing from, and then they try to dress it up and trying to say, well, you stealing from corporations. No, these people are not stealing from corporations. These people are stealing from everyday people. Black people are boosting and stealing and scamming black people. Stop it, Baby D. Who you think you talking? They think we stupid. This is black people extorting black people being criminal to other black people. But let's continue.
Drug use / dealing, etc. But Carisha's song about checks, notes, stealing from what you can infer to be major corporations at that, and tricking is the problem with our community, please. This would specifically address Ari's criticism of the song, stating the mass acceptance of this song itself is a crystal clear sign of the bigger problem. I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very rude awakening. Now, Ari's comments would come after Young Miami would receive praise from the audience at this year's BET Awards and would be announced as having the Song of the Summer. Now, following her resharing the post reacting to Ari's criticism, Miami would then go on to say, "This for the hood, nigga. I see y'all and I feel y'all," along with her resharing that her song has now reached number 25 on Billboard's Hot 100 list. Now, a growing number for some isn't just black adults who will be influenced by the message of the song, but unfortunately children who have gone viral for singing the lyrics just like it was a Gracie's Corner song.
And the adults in the back laughing. The adults in the back, the adults are playing it for them. Yes, there are. I don't have a compilation of India Irie speaking out, PhD, but I don't have a compilation of that. But I will find it. But there are plenty of videos from the past of India Irie speaking out against the music. Period. She didn't just. This isn't the first time India Irie has spoken out. So many people are used to India Irie speaking out. Like, this isn't new. Like, she's been doing this for the better part of like 20 years. Matter of fact, yeah, she's been doing this for like the better part of 20 years. Like, this isn't India Irie's first time speaking out against a song or the culture or anything like that. So, but you see, this is the adults, even like this, the one we were just looking at. An adult is feminist and playing this music for them. The adults are making sure that the kids get indoctrinated in this. Don't let them listen to it. And NWA was out when I was a child. My parents didn't let me listen to it. I didn't listen to NWA until I got older, until I found it myself. Don't let them listen to it. It's one thing for it to be exposed to the adults, and if you are depending on how you view yourself, depending on how your outlook on life and all these things here, just because a song is out and just because it's catchy, you're not going to rock with it. I didn't care. Even when I was younger, if a song came out and it was trash, it was trash. I don't care who else around me was singing it. It's trash. I don't care how catchy it is. It's trash. I don't have to go along with the masses. It's trash. But now it's almost if you don't like what everybody else likes, you're the problem, right? You're the problem if you want the better for the culture. If you want to see the people be better, if you want to see people do better, you're the problem. Because we're supposed to embrace the negativity. We're supposed to do that. Blueprint to Black Power, page 238. When expert opinion is sought by the Black media regarding problems facing the Black community, example, Black on Black violence, drug abuse, economic deprivation, etc., this establishment, with its penchant for recognizing as expert only those Blacks so designated by the white media in educational establishments or celebrities such as movie directors, actors, comedians, and other erstwhile Black entertainment or media personalities will publish the sayings or writings or these experts, regardless of the fact that they are generally express opinions of no real substance or relevance, or more often than not express regressive and outdated approaches to problems. Typically, the Black media would treat the expositions of Black academia attached to prestigious white elite universities as wholly writ, without apparently considering the fact that such experts have eschewed any ideological perspectives and pragmatic solutions to problems in the Black communities, which would meet the disapproval of their white colleagues and the white institutions for which they work. Dr. Amos Wilson has been telling y'all, Black folk been willing, not only Dr. Amos Wilson, but Malcolm X. So we'll quote Malcolm X. We don't listen to celebrities. Celebrities ain't leaders. We don't listen to celebrities. Celebrities ain't leaders. But now we listen to celebrities. Celebrities are leaders. Especially when they have destructive messages. India Ari is not a leader either. She's not a leader. I'm not saying India Ari is a leader. But India Ari is giving a message that is positive, a message that is uplifting for us. She says, hey, make better choices. And damn, she gets called the B. She get like, people are dragging India Ari all on the internet. But that show you where the culture at. That show you where the ignorance is. But let's continue. Remember, what we're looking at right now is adults. You see, look at this little baby right here. You see, this is an infant right here. This isn't an infant. But I. They know the words.
Just a sit and pop some tag. Girl gonna go, ya bet. Spin the sheet. Spin the sheet.
For those
You are making her point. You are making India Ari's point. I told y'all all the stuff I'm going to show is making India Ari's point. Is that are we cool with this? It's like, is this the epitome of black culture? Is this black excellence? Is this black excellence? Y'all talk to me. Is this black excellence? Is this what we are pushing for? Is this what we want to become? Because this would be our future. This would be our future right here, our children. You just saw in the infant sitting in the seat, all those kids, this little girl, they are allowing her to, the mother is in the background laughing while the little girl is singing the song and cussing. The little girl can't even wipe her ass good, and she know how to cuss. And she know the words to the song. She can't even wipe her ass good. But she knows spin that. Our culture is very healthy. Because this song is just what we need, right? Because Trick Daddy was speaking facts. Trick Daddy is ignorant. Trick Daddy smoked crack. Are we listening to him? He smoked crack. Trick Daddy is 12 years old in the head. That's why his response was the response that he had. He had no logic, no intellect behind it. It was all emotional, like a little boy. And then he had the nerve to attack India Ari's looks. Trick Daddy's face looked like a turd. He looks like a turd. Ain't got a nerve to attack India Ari, but he only did that because he couldn't formulate anything logical to respond with. Oh, you old, you got gray hairs, you got a bad body, don't nobody want you, yada, 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 yada. All because she said, make better choices. I can guarantee you, India Ari's life is way more peaceful than Trick Daddy's. And I'm a Florida boy to the fullest. And musically, up till now. Trick, because I'm not gonna act like Trick, because I saw a video the other day, because you know I'm fair. I don't like lying, and I'm fair. To be because I saw a video the other day and somebody was like, Trick Daddy's never made any meaningful songs. Trick has had some songs, maybe two songs that had some substance in it. So I will give him that. But he is talking as if he's speaking of substance in this. So because you are getting your money, and that's the bottom line of what he's saying. As long as you're getting money, whatever you're doing is okay. Whatever the message is okay. Whatever the impact is okay. As long as you're getting money. This little girl sitting here cussing in front of her mama. Look, this is crazy.
Go, ya bet. Spin the sheet. Spin the sheet.
And she laughing. The mother is laughing. It's funny to her.
For those who don't know, the phrase boosting bitches where y'all at which is repeated several times. A part of the song's chorus is shouting out women who steal, as that's what boosting means. Now, just in the past several weeks, there have been 2 major incidents related to stealing with negative consequences. The first would be when 1-year-old Cohen Wiley was shot in a car by police after his mother fled a local Walmart after she and an accomplice allegedly shoplifted from the store. And another, with direct ties to Spin That, would be a mother and daughter duo who would post a video of them dancing to the song with stolen purses just before their...
Yeah, this is the mother and daughter duo who's got caught boosting and stealing. And like she's saying, they put this stuff out. These fools went stealing and put the stuff on the internet to the song. To the song. Hey, man. Because black people, we really want it. We really want it. Once again, this whole topic, this whole discussion, everything that's coming out of this fits right into what Dr. Amos Wilson is talking about in chapter 11 of Blueprint to Black Power. Ideology and the legitimization of dominance. Ignorant ass people don't fight to make sure that they get free. Like she said, everybody don't want to get free. Let's go. Hold up. Everybody don't want to get free. This is the tweet. This is the tweet. She get called a dirty, raggedy, bad-bodied, out-of-date B because she says, make wise choices. Something she's been, and this is not her first time speaking out against the culture, especially the culture of music. And she's met with disrespect. Really? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. All right. What we're learning is this book, Blueprint for Black Power. Oh, let me take this down. When black folk didn't read it, most black folk didn't read it, and if they did read it, did they comprehend what they read? Great book. All this information that we've been covering, all this stuff that we go over, great information, but what does it matter if we can't comprehend it? And what does it matter if we're not going to incorporate into what we do? I don't know what happened. Did the power? I think we had a little power glitch there. A little. But yeah. So let's finish this video.
Seattle. According to local reports,
Hold on. Let me remove this.
Accused of stealing more than $7,000 worth for their arrests in Seattle. According to local reports, the mother and daughter was accused of stealing more than $7,000 worth in Louis Vuitton handbags. Would go on to celebrate their alleged theft by posting a TikTok video to Spin That, which has now become key evidence in their case. Court records allege that in the video it appears that the mother was...
And see, this goes to one of my arguments is the culture was already wrought for this. The culture was already primed for this. The culture was already promoting this. The song didn't come out to promote this stuff to the culture as far as to start doing it. The song came out to promote it and like, hey, we're already doing this. This is already what we're doing. This is already part of black culture. This is a mother and a daughter. This lady probably my age or older, and she think it's still cool to be stealing. She an old ass child. This is the culture we promoting. This is the culture we promoting. You know how many black people gonna be in jail? You know how many black people gonna be dead? You know how many people's lives gonna be negatively affected? Boosting and stealing. And the thing is, well, we're telling them to steal from corporations, man. Y'all telling them to steal from any and everybody. Ain't no honor amongst thieves, especially not these days. Stop it. Like, yeah, like these people are stealing from a lens of we only gonna steal from the white supremacists. All right. Okay.
was actually dancing with handbags resembling the stolen Louis Vuitton merchandise they are now being investigated for. Now, as mentioned in Miami's response, this isn't the first time a hit rap song promoted crime or bad behavior, like Rick Ross's BMF, or known as Blowing Money Fast, which pays homage to legendary street hustler Big Meech and street gang leader Larry Hoover. Or do you remember Jaquan's Tipsy, that encouraged people to get drunk? In that same song, he would even go on to threaten to shoot someone. And you can't forget about Eminem's Kim, where for 6 minutes and 19 seconds, he sings about killing his wife and child's mother.
And India Ari has been speaking out against all of this stuff. I've been all these are, you can go back and ask my home, but I've been telling people Rick Ross was trash from the longest. When I learned that Rick Ross was a correctional officer and he stole it, I've been telling people since I was living with my homeboys back in the early 2000s not to listen to Rick Ross. We don't even listen to Eminem. But I get his point. It's always been a part of the culture. But India Ari has always spoken out. This is not her first time speaking out about songs that really were debaucherous to the culture and had some waves to it.
So talk about it more in the comments below. Now that we've heard from Young Miami, is she wrong for creating an anthem that celebrates crime, or should the responsibility fall on the person?
And see, even to his question, Young Miami isn't wrong for creating the song. We're wrong for consuming it. She's an industry product. Young Miami don't think for herself. She get peed on. She ain't thinking for herself. She get peed on. She admitted to the world she get peed on. But her making the song ain't wrong. It becoming a cultural phenomenon is the part that's wrong, in my opinion. She can make whatever song she want to make. She can do whatever she want to do. We don't have to embrace it as a cultural norm. I think that's where the problem comes in. Music like this, I've never, even in me, my criticism of it, I've never criticized the art. I've always criticized the consumers. Stupid gonna be stupid and create stupid. But we don't have to consume and promote and support stupid. And the more we consume and promote and support stupid, the more it happens. But also, the white supremacists understood that if I can socially engineer the masses into accepting this, if we can socially engineer this to becoming a social and a cultural norm, then they will not suppress music like this. They will gravitate toward it. Matter of fact, they'll teach it to their children. One more time. Look, they're playing it for the kids. I want y'all to see the kids singing it again.
The song has now reached number 25 on Billboard's Hot 100 list. Now, a growing number for some isn't just black adults who will be influenced by the message of the song, but unfortunately children who have gone viral for singing the lyrics just like it was a Gracie's Corner song.
Just a sip and pop some tag. Girl gonna go, yeah, bet. Spin the shit. Spin the shit.
For those who don't know, the phrase boosting bitches where y'all at, which is repeated several.
I just wanted to make sure y'all hear the kids saying it again. This is where we at. This is where we are. Money equals love. Transactional relationships, materialism, scamming and illicit wealth, hypersexualization, celebrity influence. Because our children should worship celebrities, right? Young black kids should worship celebrities. young black kids, black teens, black adults, black elders, black people, period. We should be hypersexualized. If you a man, go stick your thing in anything. And if you're a woman, let anything stick their thing in you. Hypersexualized. Just close your eyes and just close your eyes and go out and just hunch everything that's breathing. Be hypersexual. Scam everybody. Get money by any means necessary. If you're not scamming, what you doing? Going back to those videos of a lot of those girls talking about, I don't want no 9 to 5. Y'all remember the in the relationship world, the 9 to 5 debates and stuff that they be having there. I don't want no 9 to 5 man. My man got to be them New York girls. He got to be a drug dealer. He got to be a scammer. Hey man, our kids need to be scammers. Our kids need to get money by any means. Our kids need to sell drugs. Matter of fact, our young girls need to sell their bodies. If you got it, go ahead and use what God gave you. Go ahead and sell that thing. Sell that thing. Why not? Young Miami do it. Young Miami told you to sell that thing. Cardi B told you to sell that thing. Meg Thee Stallion told you to sell that thing. Nicki Minaj told you to sell that thing. All the men killing each other and using drugs and painting their fingernails and wearing dresses. And we talk about that all the time though, right? Or over here we do. So all the men are being effeminized, killing each other and wearing dresses. Being effeminized, wearing dresses, killing each other and abusing drugs. The women are abusing drugs. They are they having sex with each other. They selling their body and stealing and all this stuff there. These are the messages that India Ari has been pushing back against for the longest from both sides. She hasn't targeted women. She's targeted the culture. She's targeted the consumers. She's always targeted the consumers. India Ari understands the industry, but she's also talking to the creators of the music. Now she's saying, so you as a black woman, you go to the other side of the world to visit, and they want you to spin that, and they're trying to spin that. So random black girl go somewhere on the other side of the world. People on the other side of the world come up to her saying to spin that, want her to trying to spin that on that cat. Because you're a black woman, right? So I know you sell it. I know you sell it because you're a black woman. If you're a black man, I know you dangerous. I know you violent. These are the images that we're exporting out to the world. If you're a black man, you effeminate, you abuse drugs, and you violent. If you're a woman, you're a prostitute, and you love money, and you will do anything to get it. Yay. Yay. Shout out to black culture. Because we out here killing it, man. Look. And because people say we are the culture. We are the culture. They don't understand this stuff, this debauchery stuff is exported more out to the world than the positive aspects of black culture. But the things that we brag about in black culture about being the culture aren't things that actually push us forward and help us produce things that we need to become a more a better group of people, a more powerful group of people. It's not. It's stuff that just make us feel good. The latest dances, the latest styles, the latest stuff, and half the stuff that's pushed out isn't even positive for black people. And they did drop this song. They did drop this song around the time where black people were talking about boycott. Even though we already know over here, black people, majority of black people ain't serious about boycotting these Asian places on this stuff. But if you want to go the conspiracy route, the song did drop around a time where, you know, you had people talking about they're gonna boycott and all that stuff. I don't think it's gonna actually boycott, but you know, if you want to go around that road. But yeah. Now, last video I'm gonna show you, this is Uncle Luke deciding to give his expert opinion. Because you know it's Luke. So we got to listen to Luke. He from Miami too, so we gotta listen to him.
It was Jews God and India Irene and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. It's just
well, let me start it over because Luke's response didn't make no sense either.
If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Irene and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. It's just lyrics. So when this girl, India, Irene, or well, whoever the hell it is, listen, I have no problem with these Afrocentric type people, but they're always jumping into the conversation of wanting art to be created like they are. If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Irene and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. I'm sorry. I love their music. I appreciate their music. I appreciate their artistic values. But at the end of the day, why are you having a conversation about something that's considered as art? Does anybody get all upset when?
Now, to Luke's credit, he's fought for this type of music for the longest. So remember, one of Luke's claims to fame for hip hop history is fighting for the parental advisory, to be able to say what we want to say and do what we want to do. So of course, Luke would support this because this has been Luke's MO for the longest. Luke has supported this type of cult, these aspects of black people for the longest. It's been him where he's been about. It's Luke. There's nothing positive from the black culture has came from Luke. Same thing with Trick Daddy. The nigga named Trick Daddy and he looked like a turd. Uncle Luke, I expect Luke to say this. I expect Trick Daddy to say that. I expect these old ignorant Negroes to talk the way they talk. I expect it. But it's funny he's getting on here acting like he's saying something. Basically he's saying, well, y'all want all the music to sound the same. And she didn't say, did she say that? Did she say that? See, comprehension is a problem. All right. Let's go back to the tweet. Since we got a comprehension issue, let's go back to the tweet. Where in this does she say make music like I make? Where in this does she say it can't be a diversity in music? All she's saying is be careful about the music, or be careful about messages that are given out, be careful about messages that are taken in. Make wise choices. It don't say make music like me, dress like me, talk like me, think like me, act like me, be like me. Where in this tweet does it say that? I want somebody to explain to me where in this tweet does it say that. Make it make sense. Make what Luke is saying make sense. Make what Trick is saying. Make what everybody who's jumping on India Irene. Make it make sense. This is the tweet. She get major disrespect for this. Really? That's how you know the culture is gone. That's how you know we are the problem. We are our biggest problem right now. Yes, white supremacy is the root of it, but hell, we didn't grown that flower. We keep regrowing that flower.
In the world of Jill Scott and all. If everybody lived in,
first of all, Jill Scott ain't had nothing to do with this. He just threw all of the Afro, all of the what we call neo soul artists into this. He threw Jill Scott. Jill Scott had nothing to do with this. And all India Ari said was, "Be careful about what you consuming, and we can make better choices." She knows it's going to exist, but it doesn't have to be the song that get elevated to the top by the entire culture. That's what she's saying. The entire culture is going to wrap our arms, well, not the entire, but the majority of the culture is going to wrap our arms around this song and make this song the song of the summer. And we can't go around saying you are what you eat, you are what you eat, you are what you eat. You got to be careful what you take in. You got to be careful what you take in. Yeah. Yes. Luther Campbell. Old and dumb. Well, you know, the Jill Scotts and the NDRE, they want everybody to just make songs like them and dress like them. That's the see when your intellectual capacity is limited. And do I think Luke is stupid? No. Trick Daddy, yes. I think Trick Daddy is stupid. I think Luke is ignorant. Luke has better sense than Trick Daddy, but I still expect this from Luke. I still expect these half-cocked responses from him.
If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Irene and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. It's just lyrics. So this girl, India Irene, or well, whoever the hell it is, these
and then that's another thing to me that stands out in this is they're taking extra steps to take a dump on India Ari. So we don't know who India Ari is again. They have to call her a girl, the little girl India Ari. Really? So we don't know who India Ari is no more. That's how we gonna do it. We don't know who she is, and we're gonna call her a little girl. Yeah, all right. This is Miami's finest, y'all. This is the mayor of Miami. I told y'all down here in Florida, man, we different down here in Florida. It's a different kind of stupid down here in Florida.
Listen, I have no problem with these Afrocentric type people.
She is,
but they're always jumping into the conversation of wanting art to be created like they are. If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Irene and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. I'm sorry. I love their music. I appreciate their music. I appreciate their artistic values. But at the end of the day, why are you having a conversation?
Well, in the day, why are you talking? At the end of the day, Luther Campbell, why are you having a conversation? Why are you talking? Why are you responding? What exactly did she say, Luke? What exactly did she say? Because as stated earlier, the biggest response we have is India Ari is just hating. India, she's hating. It's always, as long as whoever the debaucherous person is, as long as they getting money, that's what it is. Hey, a distracted, debaucherous group of people will continue to get shitted on by the same group of people that the races that they keep complaining about. You can't sign up to be on the team with the races and then get mad that you're getting shitted on. You're gonna get boo-booed on, and you're gonna get boo-booed on even more. These people don't stand for anything. Clearly, they don't stand for anything. And the sad part about this is the majority of black people that I see online are against India Ari and supporting the song, the culture. Well, they're supporting the song, and in turn supporting the culture. Even though India Arie's point was to look at the culture, look at the overall culture. Don't pay attention to the song. If you pay attention to the song, you're gonna get lost in the sauce. This is not about one song. It's about a culture that was already primed for this song to become a summer smash. This song doesn't become a summer smash in a culture that's not ready to accept it. If we put a song out right now, that's a great song that has an uplifting message, it won't be accepted. Not at this point in time right now, because the masses of people aren't engineered to accept the positivity. If the song gets big, guess what? It won't be big in our culture. It'll be big in other cultures. Because in Black culture, we have to support and promote the crazy stuff. We have to. All this because she said, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much. Because I finally learned that not everybody cares with the capital C. And explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. Where my scamming ANs at? Where all my scammers at? Where my boosters at? Where my prostitutes at? Where they at? We want to hear from you. We want more prostitutes in Black culture. We want more scammers in Black culture. We want more thieves in Black culture. We want more killers in Black culture. We don't want our people to be safe. We don't want stability. We want people to be reckless with their sexual behaviors. Just close your eyes, take your clothes off, walk outside, close your eyes. If you're a woman, bend over. If you're a man, just hopefully you walk into something. Just put it in. Make sure, ladies, when you go outside, make sure all your private parts are showing. Your vagina lips need to be hanging out the bottom of your shorts when you walk out the house. Dudes, men, continue to walk out the house sagging your pants with them drawers with the holes in the back. Continue doing that. Continue promoting prostitution, pimping. Continue promoting drug dealing and drug using. We need more Black people on Molly. We need more Black people on crack. We need more Black people addicted to drugs. We need more Black people stealing. We need more Black people scamming because we don't have enough. Because this is what we want, right? Ain't this what we want? Forget college. We don't need people to go to college no more. Or if you go to college, make sure you indulge in all the debauchery that you can while you in college. So when you walk across the stage, if you a dude, you walk across the stage and you pull your penis out. And if you're a girl, you walk across the stage and you pull your dress up and you twerk and show everybody your stuff. We need more killers. Let's promote more killing. Let's promote more drug dealing. Let's promote more scamming. I need more men who beat women out here in these streets. I need that. I need more men out here kicking women in their chest out here in the street. That's what we need, right? Ain't that what we need? Ain't that what Uncle Luke is saying? That's what we need. Ain't that what Trick's saying? What we need? Ain't that what everybody? We need more men abusing women. If you a man and you ain't punched a woman in her eye today, you not a man. Because ain't that what we promoting? Ain't that what? How many of y'all have sniffed a line of cocaine this morning? I know I did. I'm on my third line of cocaine already. Where's your cocaine? Go sniff cocaine. Where's your, if you're not doing Molly, you ain't Black. If you ain't just having sex with random people, you ain't Black. If you're not selling your body, you ain't Black, because that's Black culture, right? We need more children who are addicted to drugs. We need more homelessness. We need more unstable families. That's what we need, right? That's where all my scammers and stuff at, right? But remember, this culture was already primed for this song. This is the stuff this culture is already promoting. Crazy. Everything I just said sounds dumb as hell, but it's being promoted. But you're a hater if you want to see black people do better. If you want black people to promote positivity, you want to see healthy black relationships. You want to see a healthy black people. You want to see black people thriving in life. You want to see black people loving themselves. You want to see black people having self-esteem. You want to see black people having pride in what they actually look like. You're the problem. You're a hater. You want to see black people be able to read and comprehend what they read and be able to take that information and advance their lives and help other black people. You a hater. You want black women to love themselves and value their vaginas. You a hater. You want black men to love themselves and value their penis. You a hater. If you don't want women walking outside with their vagina lips hanging out their pants, you a hater. If you want men, if you want men to pull their pants up and stop showing their booty crack to the world, you a hater. Really? So the more we push to make sure that we are a better people, the more we're called haters. The more we're called haters. India Ari is the worst thing to ever happen to black people and black culture because she simply asked us to make better choices and to think about what we're doing. Really? Really? So I guess the new black excellence is thinking about the worst that we can be and being that. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm gonna continue to be a hater. I continue to be that hater. Black people, love yourself. Black people, understand the messages that you are consuming. Understand what you support. Understand when somebody is giving you a message that's not the best for you. Understand when somebody's trying to teach you to not love yourself. Because over here, we're going to teach you to love yourself. Love your blackness. Love your hair. Love your face, your nose, your eyes. Love all of that about yourself. You don't have to scam. You don't have to steal. You don't have to be a prostitute. You don't have to be a drug dealer. You don't have to be none of that stuff that the culture is pushing now to tell you that you need to do to be black. That's not authentic blackness. That's ignorance. The root of this is white supremacy. Use the power of ideologies, the power of ideas through their institutions and their systems to push this out. They are the root of it. But we've cultivated that root. And we've let that root not even grow to a flower. We've let that root grow into a redwood tree that we protect. We protect the programming that the white supremacists have instilled upon us. We protect it and cultivate it. Like she said, everybody don't want to be free. Everybody don't want to get free. Everybody's mind ain't right. Because nowadays, real black culture is being promoted as the worst aspects of black people. The worst aspects of humanity, period. Forget a color, forget a race. The worst aspects of humanity, be that. And if you don't be that, then you ain't really down with the culture. You a hater. All right. The woman who has been speaking out against just the culture, period. Against putting out better messages, period, for the longest. It's not her first rodeo. It's not her first time speaking out. Her overall message is the culture. It's the culture. Look at the culture. Look at how the culture is being affected. Look at the messages. Let's look at the kids one more time. Let's look at the kids before we close this out. Let's look at the kids one more time. Because it's real out here. Look, this for the hood end, and I see and I feel. Look at her. This what's this for. This what's this for. It's for the hood ends. And I see y'all and I feel y'all. I think this was her response to it, right? Because that's the majority of black people. Black men, black women. The majority of us are hood niggas, right? Because this is the best of black culture, the hood niggas. But we're going to close this out. Before we close this out, we're going to watch these kids singing this one more time.
Now, a growing number for some isn't just black adults who will be influenced by the message of the song, but unfortunately children who have gone viral for singing the lyrics just like it was a Gracie's Corner song.
The older rap.
Just a sip and pop some tag. Girl gonna go, yeah, bitch. Spin the shit. Spin the shit.
For those who
Hey, man. That's the culture. Black excellence, right? That's the culture. For the culture. For the culture. Every time I listen to that song, I gotta go use the bathroom. And I think I'm gonna have to use the bathroom for listening to that song. It made me want to throw up. And then I even thought about it. If I was young I wouldn't like this song because I was always the kid who, if it was trash, it was trash. But the spotlight is on the culture. The spotlight is on the culture. And remember, if this is how the culture is behaving, these are the people who will never fight back. You damn right we're not our ancestors because we soft as hell. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this show out. I appreciate everybody for tuning in on this good Monday. And I want to put a spin on reading Blueprint for Black Power, and I want to make it relevant and make sure I encourage you to get your copy of Blueprint for Black Power by Dr. Amos Wilson. You know, every Monday we do this book reading, and we're gonna read this whole book. So we finished with chapter 11, and so next Monday, starting on chapter 12, which is page 246, and it goes from 246 to, let me see. Oh, it's a big chapter. So it goes from 246 to 294. 246 to 294, chapter 12 of Blueprint to Black Power. We just finished chapter 11. And make sure if you haven't read the book, you read the book. Link in the description for you to get your copy of the book. Link in the description for you to support this channel. I appreciate everybody. Shout out to my moderators, Will, Justice, Cook, Kush. Shout out to everybody who continues to tune in. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Battle Genja. Shout out to Renee. Shout out to Nemesis. Shout out to all my regulars, everybody who's always up in here. Oh, I'm finna hit you up now, Will. I'm finna hit you up now. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I love you all. Make sure you love yourself. And make sure you're teaching the young people around you how to love themselves authentically. Because when your esteem is low or vacant, yeah, this is how we behave. So with that being said, I love you all. And I see y'all again live tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got another doozy that's showing how our adults and our people are failing our children. So please tune in tomorrow night, and I'm gonna have my posts and everything. So I appreciate everybody, and I'm gonna continue to try to hit y'all with good conversations, good content like this, and please spread the word. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit that hype button. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all later.